Alright guys, yeah, I'm currently driving to the parts store. I have to pick something up, you guys will see that. And it's a little bit of a rainy day today, not too much of a rain, just kind of drizzling. And yeah, it's just amazing, you know, seeing a lot of old school cars. Yeah, the only thing is that I'm trying to drive slowly because of my tires. My tires are pretty bad. The tires that you see in the back right there are actually they're bad, but I ordered 2 brand new tires, and I'm gonna be putting a new set. Actually, I'm gonna be putting those 17-inch wheels on my 126. So the car is gonna probably look really good. Because if you saw my other videos, I only did you know, I only put those 17-inch wheels in the back. I never put any in the front, so I'm really curious to see how the car is gonna look, you know, with the whole set on. Alright guys, here we are. I just arrived, and I'm gonna go inside the CarQuest and see what they got there for me. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go grab that part, and I really can't wait because I already ordered a bunch of parts for my 126-300 SD, including two tires for 17-inch wheels, because I need those 2 tires. As you guys remember, if you guys watch my videos, I have, you know, bad camber wear on those 2 tires, and they're just trash. So I ordered 2 new ones, and they should be here, I don't know, and they said it, I ordered it like a couple days ago, and they said it's gonna come in like a week, so hopefully there's no delays and stuff. And I want to just get all that stuff done, and you know, of course I'll film everything, how I'm gonna be installing and balancing the tires, all that stuff, you know, everything that you guys like. So that's the plan. Right now I'm gonna go inside, pick up that part, and that part is not for this 300 SD, that's for a different car, so you guys will find out later. So yeah, let's just go in and see.
A few moments later.
Alright guys. Alright, so here it is guys. Here's the part number. It is actually a fuel accumulator. That's what it is. And you guys can probably guess what car that's for, huh? Damn. Right there. Alright. It's the fuel accumulator, and if you guys haven't guessed yet, that's for a 420 SEL W126. Gotta send it to my dad because they don't have these over there, or maybe they just, I mean, I'm sure they have these. It's just that the shop where he always fixes the, you know, his cars, that person, you know, like basically the owner of the shop, he searched the parts and he wasn't able to find it, you know. I'm not sure how he was searching for parts and all that, but he did not find specifically this part, or maybe, you know, I didn't explain everything well enough to my dad. But basically, either way, you know, I'm sending it to him. You know, he could have ordered it probably from like Germany, if anything, but I mean, I'm sure they have something over there in Lithuania, you know. I'm more than sure they have a bunch of these W126s, 123s, 124s over there. They're pretty common over there as well, so they're gonna have parts for these cars. But you know, maybe there was some misunderstanding or whatever, but either way, he's gonna get this thing in a little while. I'm gonna ship it to him next week. The reason why that needs to be replaced is, if you guys remember the video when I was you know, when I first purchased the W126 420 SEL for my dad, that thing was you know, you shut it off, you leave it for 5 minutes off, and then you try to start it, and it's a long crank. And I replaced that one fuel pump and 2 check valves, and after that, you know, everything went away. The car was starting perfectly, no issues. And alright guys, so in a couple more days I'm shipping this car to my dad. Then after I shipped it to him, you know, that, like, it seems, I don't know if it's the same problem or it's a different problem, but I'm pretty sure, right, basically what happens right now is the car sometimes starts good, sometimes it just, you know, there's a long crank and you have to like turn the key on and off, you know, like 5 times, and you know, so it can start normally. So it's definitely, you know, a fuel bleed issue. You know, you shut the engine off and the fuel bleeds off. But the thing is that it's kind of like strange because it's intermittent, you know, like the car may be sitting for like 3 days, and then my dad would start it and then it would start like perfectly, no issues, and then another day he would try again and then that thing would crank like long. So I'm more than sure that's the problem, you know. Unfortunately I'm not there, so I cannot diagnose it, but I'm more than sure the fuel accumulators are pretty common on those cars. Basically what they do is after you shut the engine off, they have a mechanical diaphragm inside, and what they do is they hold the fuel pressure. So when you turn the key off, they hold the fuel pressure, so next time when you try to start it, it's easy to start the car. You don't have to, you know, you wouldn't have a long crank. But if that part goes bad, it's gonna have symptoms like that. It's gonna have a long crank. And there's ways to, if you're like trying to diagnose this stuff, there's ways to diagnose it, you know. Like similar way is, for example, like, who's calling me? Really? Someone from Illinois, I don't know. Anyways, sorry about that. So what I was gonna say is the way to diagnose this stuff is what you can do. Well, it's pretty difficult to explain right now without, you know, doing it or without the car. But the way you do it is, so if you guys are trying to diagnose your fuel bleed off pressure, there's lots of resources online. I'm not gonna go over it right now because, you know, I don't have a car and it's kind of difficult for me to explain everything. But basically, long story short is, you know, if you're trying to diagnose if it's a fuel accumulator or not, you know, you have to find flexible rubber hoses on the fuel system, which is most of the time it's you know, in the back of the, you know, Benz, it's in the back of the Mercedes. It's got the, you know, the fuel pump and the filter assembly and all that stuff. And most of the time there's also like rubber hoses you can find where you can use you know, a pinch off tool to pinch it off. And then, you know, you run the car, you pinch one of those lines off, and then you shut the engine off. And if the fuel pressure you know, stays after 5 minutes, it means that everything is good from that spot where you pinch the line off to the front of the engine. So there's, I mean, it's pretty difficult to explain right now, but there's lots of resources on, like, you know, fuel pressure issues and all that stuff, and long cranks. So you guys can go check out other channels. And if I get a chance like that, you know, of course I'm gonna, you know, film that so you guys can, you know, watch. But as of right now, you know, the car is in Europe, and, you know, I haven't had any, you know, case studies like that to do. But that's basically what it is. I'm gonna ship it, you know, and his mechanic is gonna install it, and yeah, it should be all good after that. You know, I'm gonna report, you know, after a little bit of time after the installation, how everything went. Challenger just flew past by me, so it kind of were like, we were driving closer, like next to each other, and then all of a sudden he like stomped on gas pedal, and I'm like, bro, you want to race me? Let's go, I'll do it, let's go, man. I have pretty bad tires, but I don't care, man. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna race you, dude. Farewell. Yeah, so I don't know what he was trying to do, guys. Either he was trying to race or something or what, but, you know, he had tinted windows, but I could see he was driving, like, he passed next to me and he looked at me. So, yeah, I think he likes my car. That's a sign. There he is. Let's see. Driving 70 miles an hour. I don't want to risk my tires blowing. Let's see, I always like watching my reflection. Well, you guys can't see it on the camera, but if you guys drive, like, you know, somewhere, let's say you go to like a mall or something, and then you drive like in a parking lot of the mall, and then you look, for example, like if there's like, let's say you're driving and on the right side you have you know, like some either like restaurant or something with like windows. So what I always do is I always look out the window and I want to see the reflection of mine because it just looks so awesome. The car just looks so good from like the side. Especially I'm kind of excited, you know, after I put my 17-inch wheels on it, this baby is gonna look so awesome. Yeah, it's gonna get a lot more looks with that. So yeah, those wheels, those are 17-inch wheels, and they're actually from a newer Mercedes. They're from a W210 E430. Yeah, actually I tried them on and the car looks really good on them. So, and the other two tires, so two tires are junk. So I ordered two new ones and I'm gonna be installing them soon in the next week or so. And two other wheels and tires are good. They're actually in my closet in my storage. So I didn't put those on my car yet because of my bad alignment. I have to fix my alignment first. Also, yeah, you want to check out my steering wheel play? Hold on. Watch this. Whoa! We're on the boat, guys. Woo! Moving the steering wheel, the car is not doing anything. Damn! Gotta fix that too. But I love this car so damn much, and you guys are probably tired of, you know, me saying that stuff, but yes, I do love this car. And I actually, the truth is that I love all the old school Mercedes. Doesn't matter what shape it is in. Let's say it's all rusty, like everything, I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. I still love those cars. Doesn't matter what shape they're in. They all have souls, they all have potential. And yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually try to leave not the link, but I'm actually gonna include a clip in this video so you guys can go and go ahead and look at how people in other countries like in Europe or Russia, how they're restoring like badly rusted cars. And you guys are gonna be amazing, and you will probably change your mind. You're gonna be like, wow, like this car used to be so rusty, but right now it's like brand new. So I'm being so serious, guys. I'm gonna actually like probably paste that clip right now so you guys can go ahead and watch it.